Let's just start doing that.
I don't think I could do that.
You can't click your tongue? Really?
I mean, I might have to try it more. No, I don't think so. No.
You know you love me. XOXO. Gossip Girl.
Stay tuned for after the end credits for some fun bonus. for some fun outtakes.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. I'm Will.
And I'm Kristen.
And this is So I'm Watching Gossip Girl, Season 1, Episode 6.
Oh, The Handmaiden's Tale.
The Handmaiden's Tale. That it is. 10 out of 10. Do you want to start with the Vanessa unknowingly in the room?
Woof.
I remember hating Vanessa.
Yeah.
And I was actually very interested to see it again.
Uh-huh.
And I was very interested to feel differently.
Uh-huh.
I don't. I feel stronger.
You hate her more?
I hate her more.
Yeah.
I want to clarify that I don't think that I think Jessica Shore is doing this.
No.
I think that...
I mean, she's giving it her all, but it's not her fault.
Well, I think that this character is poorly written. She's an obstacle for Dan and Serena.
Yeah.
And I find that offensive for Dan's parent best friend character. Yeah. I find it, in hindsight, offensive for so far the only character of color to have any meaningful screen time presence in this. From the beginning, she calls him. There's a question as to whether or not he's even going to answer the phone. Can you imagine if he didn't answer the phone while she's in his bedroom?
And then just walked in his bedroom and she's sitting there? I can now. It's okay, that's the thing. She is such a weird balls to the wall character. It's just like out of nowhere, she's just inserted herself back in everyone's life, especially because, as we find out, the last time they spoke, Dan told her he loved her, and she basically was like, ew.
And she's somehow, yeah.
Ew, I'm moving to Connecticut.
Yeah, but and I was going to say she's somehow overly familiar, but also sour, like has a chip on her shoulder.
Yeah.
And it's just, why did she go to, I thought it was Vermont.
Whatever.
Why did she go? I thought her mother
said. Her parents moved, Gina Torres moved her there.
And it's,
I mean, they've like approved her to live with her sister, which is just not how things work.
Well, and it's, I mean, I'm assuming she's much older, but I just, maybe these kids run roughshod all over.
I don't think we ever meet Vanessa's sister.
I don't remember.
So,
but it's also like a weird retread of the Serena Blair story we just did.
Yeah.
But with none of the thought. And I don't know if they're just expecting, because she and Penn are both attractive, that we're gonna care. But it's like the single least appealing thing about Dan is this like hipster bullshit, this 10 pounds of bullshit in a 5-pound bag, that's saddling him with double that.
Yeah. It's not good because she's all like, first of all, in like a 5-minute span, we get the word pretentious regarding this masquerade ball 5 times.
Which, if you'll remember, we kind of already covered that. But it's like, to say it again, there's nothing pretentious about a group of rich people having a masquerade ball.
What's more pretentious to me is Eleanor half throwing like... I don't even, it was like Turkish something.
A Moroccan
like thing. And then like not making people dress in theme. And Archibald wears like a skirt suit and like a white blouse. That's not on theme at all.
Well, I mean, I think the last thing that all of this needed was white people cosplaying ethnic.
It's not cosplay, but like Lily was wearing something appropriate. It's not just like a suit skirt and a white
But again,
blouse.
it's like, at the time we thought nothing of it.
Yeah.
But it's been talked about a lot in the 15 years that follow. And so there's just something about this woman belly dancing, and it's just like, oh God. Ugh. But no, it's like it's not, throwing a lavish party isn't pretentious. What's pretentious is complaining about it while also because again, it's like that loft, the Humphreys, clearly not as rich as their peers, still coming, if you're parents have ever been on Rolling Stone, you're not an everyman. Like,
yeah, your parents have been on Rolling Stone, your dad owns an art gallery, and your mom is capable of supporting herself and paying child support while being a painter?
You're coming from privilege.
Because that's the other thing too, is like, for me, the pretentious part of it is Vanessa acting like she's too good for this thing when in reality she's not good enough for it. And because she's calling it pretentious because she knows she'll never participate.
But also straight hucking a bomb, a grenade into the middle of it. Like, this isn't about you or for you.
Yeah. And in addition to all of that, she also then waltzes through the masquerade with so much disdain, not even wearing a mask, not even trying to like do anything or participate. The way she lifts the mask up to her face, the eye roll heard round the world. It's just every single piece of it puts me off of Vanessa as a character.
And there's so much, and again, furthermore, you're trying to earn your spot back.
Yeah.
You don't do that by deriding everything and everyone around you.
Yeah.
And everyone is really sort of judgy about Jenny's situation, about like running errands for Blair and all that, as if she's not fucking networking.
Yeah.
As if that's not what, again, if this was a man trying to do so, like run.
Oh, you're her assistant.
But because there's dresses involved, it's like bullshit. And then furthermore, not only is it kind of to be expected, but Blair is very upfront and open about the situation.
Yeah.
And dare I say even gentle?
She is. She's just like,
she's like, oh, Jenny, you know, you know that's not gonna happen.
She's like, freshmen can't go. That seems like a hard and fast rule.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like.
And she's slightly like pat on the head, but it's like she could have been cruel. She could have been mean or snide.
Her tone of voice was a little like, oh, honey, like you can't have imagined you were going. It was sort of like that.
Well,
but,
regardless.
You know, still.
And then I don't really know why. I'm just so on Serena's side with this whole thing. Why on earth did Dan lie to her? I mean, I guess I get it. It's sort of like, the lie is easier than explaining the situation.
Yeah. It's my friend Vanessa. She's here from out of state.
Yeah.
It's 2 sentences. And then we could have avoided all of this because he would have had an excuse not to go to the party because like, hey, my friend is here. You go to the party, you have fun, and I'll hang out with my friend.
With Rich Boy the Fourth.
My God.
That was so stupid.
So stupid.
We have this fucking Nate. I forget that the only thing that keeps me from actually being like, is that he's like still weirdly pining after Serena.
Yeah.
Which is not the best use of his time, energy, and resources given what he's.
But also, it's like he does not have a shot right now because in addition to pining after Serena and like just giving zero shits about Blair, and also not being able to tell the difference between a 14-year-old and Blake Lively, he is then framed by his own father for a cocaine stash.
Well, first of all, I love how serious him and Nate finding Chuck and Nate finding the cocaine is, as if they haven't seen cocaine
before
in the previous episode. Like,
well, and also how serious Anne Archibald takes it, and it's just sort of like it's a dime bag of cocaine.
If she thinks it's her son's, sure,
yeah.
But I mean, first and only time she gives a fuck about him. So
because previously in the episode, she is showing Eleanor her own wedding ring and saying, when Nate and Blair, our 16-year-old children, get engaged, Blair should have this.
It's so weird and gross. And Eleanor,
she's also hideous.
Well, it's just big.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I remember Nate's parents being awful, but having to actually watch it in real time, it's borderline comical. Like it
kind of is.
It's just woof. So Lily brings Rufus to Eleanor's party.
So he can network with people who'll buy paintings. But really,
a real job, unlike what Jenny's doing.
Yeah. But in reality, it's because she's bringing another man to make Bart Bass jealous. And he has brought America's
Carrie D.
Next Top
English.
Model.
I think she win? I think she won.
She must have won.
I was well, there's always an acting challenge.
Maybe she won that.
And because they ended up being, I mean, they're cameos, but they ended up, because like two of them are, there's a whole.
They're one of them, well, at least one of them is on Veronica Mars.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And there's a whole plot on Big Bang Theory where the nerds find the America's Next Top Model house and they go to it. And so they're kind of like playing themselves.
Yeah.
And it usually was kind of fun. It usually was a little bit sort of like, because that show really had to work overtime to justify its existence.
Yeah.
And it was one of the few times that we actually could see results.
Sure.
And I don't even know that did she have one line, Carrie D? But she was cute. Like, she kind of made ooh, that was weird. I remember really liking Carrie D. I think she was on the season with Melrose, who I also liked, and Melrose really got a villain edit. But I've been trying to coerce her into doing some rewatches of early America's Next Top Model seasons. Because it is unhinged. It is absolutely bonkers. But that was just fun. God, back to fucking Vanessa. Because then she manipulates Jenny. Like, again, the stakes were made so clear.
Because Jenny has accepted at that point. She's like, well, I can't go. Freshman can't go. It's whatever. But she's still bummed. But then fucking
pretend
Vanessa,
she's a boy and pledging a frat. Suddenly everything will be so conducive to like.
Vanessa's just like, no, that's bullshit.
That's called slavery.
It's not. She's also like, you've been doing stuff for her all week. You deserve to be there. And she's like, well, I don't have a dress. And she's like, well, I have a friend that works, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, what's your next problem? I don't have an invitation. You can always sneak in the back of a ball. And I'm like, what the fuck do you know about it? It does work, but still.
It really does?
Yeah. Like 3 different people sneak in the back of this ball.
But because Jenny doesn't get in trouble.
No.
Oh, well.
Well, she will.
She will. I forgot, because the fucking bracelet, which that rookie, that is where I'll criticize Jenny, is rookie all around, to fall for it from the jeweler. Yeah. Fall for it from Vanessa.
Yeah.
And then
don't actually wear the jewelry. You know?
It's, because luckily Blair's the one that has it. Because if she actually lost it, thousands of dollars.
Oh, yeah. Well, tens of thousands. That's a diamond bracelet.
Just wrote Vanessa is morally opposed to society events. Vanessa's opposed to parties. Think about that for a second.
It's true. She's not very fun at them either. We have ample, proof coming.
The Jenny trapped Chuck.
Amazing.
It was pretty great. She
really
did
good revenge.
Play him like a fiddle.
And also he knows it was her, which is even better.
And the Blair and Serena, I don't remember how all this goes up and down, but I do like that they are actually attempting to be friends. That Blair is like, I trust you, yada yada, all of that. We got 2 of the best needle drops in existence. Beck's time bomb.
Oh, fuck your headphone!
So good.
And then Mika's happy ending.
Also good.
Yeah. So good.
It's not the best needle drop of Beck's time bomb, but it is still that needle drop.
That is in
True Blood season 2. True Blood. Stick around. We'll probably do it.
Fuck your headphones. So, I think that's it. Who are Blair's other?
It's like Isabel and Kati.
Kati.
Yeah.
I think they went off with Rich Boy the 4th.
I think they did as well. Yeah. They get out of here pretty quick. They are not her people
her harem
forever, because we have to get Nella Yuki at some point.
Yeah, ladies in waiting.
Yeah.
Which I never fully realized. I obviously understood the concept of handmaidens, but ladies in waiting, I never realized that it was meant to be like chaperones. It was meant to be
sometimes, yeah.
And it frequently did not. Did not work. So I think that's about it.
Yep.
We'll pick up more with Nate and all of that stuff.
Yeah, and we're gonna get a decent Blair / Chuck story in the next episode. So
is this the stripper? The da na 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 na. Remember that like 2 years where that was on my playlist?
Yep.
That both that and the remix.
Yep. I'm excited. I like the next episode a lot.
So all right. Well, we'll see you later.
Bye.
XOXO.
Ah.
We need to do
I'm not doing that.
for the
Oh, I know why. That's
Oh.
so stupid.
You don't have to do this, but you have to do something.
You know you love me. XOXO. Gossip Girl.
Well,
I also can't roll my tongue.
I have a very difficult time. I can't do it when I'm trying to do a Spanish accent, but I can do it.
No, I
when I'm-
can't. Yeah.
Well, you're close.
Yeah, but that's all
But
I can
you
do.
look like you're trying too hard for
Yeah.
what you're.
I'm trying a lot.
I can't roll my R's when I'm trying to do a Spanish accent.
Mhm.
I can only roll them when I'm trying not to do it in a Scandinavian accent.
Ah, okay. Interesting.
You know those Scandinavian rolled
R's,
R's.
yeah.
I'm still that's wow. I've often thought my tongue is too big for my mouth. Maybe that's why I can do it. It's not. It is the opposite of the face you just made.